It's not streaming yet. Okay, there it goes. Hello, everyone. We're going to give a few minutes for folks to show up. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Meg. Hi, Jackie. But Jackie was there 17 hours ago, so. So, like I said, we'll just give a few minutes for people to join. So, Phoebe, if you can join us in the main stage, well, why am I talking to her? I'm looking at her message in Slack.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's funny because it's a delay.
Yeah, I hear you 3 times. All right, so how do I? I'm going to turn my speakers off. That way I don't hear the echo. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. So today and at this time, is basically the team checkpoint. So at this point, these are the teams that can submit for projects and for prizes. The issue is that we only have X amount of teams right now. So I'm going to let Kat walk you through the teams part, and then I'll walk through the dev post part, because what you'll need to do is start submissions and make sure all your team members are in the submissions, because dev post is how we judge and how we award prizes, and we want you to get recognized for your work, which is why we need every team member to be on there. Okay, so I'm gonna remove myself from the screen and let Kat talk.
All right. So good morning, everyone. It's great to hear that everybody's getting busy and having some fun stuff going on. So I do only have a limited number of teams right now. So I want to make sure that everybody's comfortable and has their team together. If you are still looking, we do have a team building session open on Hopin. So jump right in now. If you already have your team together and have not submitted on the checkpoint, you will need to do that as such. We have 12 teams in total. So if you're not registered, you will not be judged or anything like that. So the registration form is on Slack. I can share my screen and show you. Where did I go? The tab. So this is what the form looks like. So all you'll need to do is fill out your team member name. Make sure you have everyone's email addresses. Make sure you've already registered on the Qualtrics as well. And again, for the team project name, don't worry about it if you're going to change it. This is just an idea, so you have one to go. And then you click done and you're in. I will immediately send you an email with your team number. So it's probably up to 15 at this point, hopefully. Then you can use that for Hopin and use the sessions there. I'm also going to be creating a Slack channel. So feel free to reach out to mentors. We have like a myriad of people that are available to help you throughout the day. So please talk to the mentors. They're there to help. They might come visit your Slack channel as well, or reach out to them. So if you have not registered for your team, again, this needs to be done as soon as possible. It should be done by 11. This is a requirement for you to be able to be judged and whatnot. So can I post the link here?
Okay, sweet. So thank you, Kat, for that information. So there's a couple of things. Let me share my screen real quick. Okay. So when you are in the site, once you have your team, you have the hop-in session available to you for your team. And it is literally with the team number. So you just have to go to the sessions and scroll down, and you'll see team 1 has 4 members in it working on their project. The other teams don't necessarily have anyone. So this is a space where you all can go in, share your cameras. Mentors can go in and meet you there. So please use this space. We've created it specifically for you and for the ease of you communicating with each other. The second thing is not that, but this. So I shared a Google Drive link with you in Slack. And this Google Drive is basically for the teams to, first off, the submission criteria is here. Secondly, each team has a folder. So as you know, I'm going to pop open the submission criteria. And let me zoom in a little bit. As you know, there's quite a bit of things that you have to get ready. One of them being a video pitch. Zach from LaunchNet will be going over the video pitch later on today in one of his sessions. He has an elevator pitch video, and he has another video that helps you set up the pitch. In the devpost session at 3, I'll talk a little bit more about devpost, and I'll go over some of that content. I'll be going over some of it here as well. So prototype, it doesn't have to be a physical prototype. So you're going to have images, drawings, technical sketches, wireframes if you're doing an app, code if you're coding. All that needs to be in your presentation. So a presentation could be as simple as a PDF. The point is for you to touch upon all these different things if they relate to your project. Obviously, if you have a garment that's a wearable and lights up, you're not going to need a UI UX wireframe for that. UI UX wireframes are specifically for application development. So think, your iPhone, mobile, that sort of stuff. Even like watches. I keep pointing at my watch, but it's still a device. So UX stands for user experience, and UI stands for user interface. If you are doing a garment, though, you would need a flat. So this is when it's important for you to have a fashion designer on your team. A flat is almost, think of it like a blueprint for manufacturing a garment. So you would need that if you're doing a garment type. If also you can use Clo3D to create your renderings if it's a garment. If you were doing an actual product, for example, like these headphones, you would create a rendering in some other program like maybe Rhino 3D, or you can draw the 3D object in a CAD program. Coding, that's only if you have something that requires code. And if you use code, you will need to sign up for GitHub. So even if it's just simple Arduino code, just make sure you comment on it. If you use someone else's library or someone else's code, you would add some comments in there saying, hey, this is where it came from. This is what I've adapted. And there's people in the Slack that can help you with that. You just need to reach out to us. We're eager to help you. The mentors are eager. Okay, marketing and branding. You're going to talk about the brand. So try to make a logo. This would be a good time to have a visual communication student or some sort of merchandising or graphic designer on your team. There are a lot of sites that help you create this online for no money. where you can just quickly make logos by typing in text. So you're going to want to talk about the product and make a brand for it. So make a logo, any sort of visual imagery, maybe fake ads, how you would interact with it. So flow charts, any metrics. Do touch upon any sort of security and privacy risks. So for example, with children, if it's a device for babies, there's going to be definitely a lot more things in terms of security and regulations that you have to think about. You also have to think about if it is a garment, there's specific rules by the government placed on baby clothes and baby things that have to, and baby items that have to be like fireproof and have fire retardants on them and all sorts of things. So just be aware that if you are doing something for a market, if there are any sort of things you have to think about, that instead of just thinking, oh, I'm going to make a baby garment, well, there's a lot more issues that pertain to that specific market. So just think about that. Competitive analysis. This is where you look at the market and see what's existing right now and see if there's something close to it and what their price point is. Look at how they're advertising it, who they're advertising it to. This is really important. And then SWOT, that's a strength, weaknesses. I forgot what the T is. God, the acronym just, you remember what it is, Kat? Strength, weakness. Oh, it's right there. Oh my God. Okay. Brain fart. Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. There's a ton of research on that online that you can find. If not, reach out to one of us. We've just because I don't remember what it is doesn't mean I don't know how to do one. All right. And this is only what hour of the hackathon? I can't wait till tomorrow. Implementation strategy. So Zach is specifically teaching you how you would move your project forward after the hack. So think of all these items that are listed here. How do you plan to do user testing? And then finally, the actual submission that's required of you. You will have a 1-minute video with the project overview. That does not mean that in this minute, you're going to talk about all these things in the submission criteria. You're going to talk about your product, your project, and describe it to us. Your presentation will be one PDF. In that presentation, that's where you go through all these things. So again, in the 1-minute video, think of it more as something a little bit more polished, where you talk about the product, you have renderings, so forth. The presentation has all that stuff. And then if you need additional documents, you would put that in the supplementary items. So the presentation and the supplementary items, those go into your Google Drive. You can also put a copy of the video into your Google Drive, but the dev post should have the video as well, okay? Dev post. So I'm gonna stop here and see if you have any, yeah, thank you, threats, yeah. See if you guys have any questions. So do you have any questions so far on the teams for Kat, on the submission?
And you're also able to add people to your team. If you already have an existing one, and after hearing from Margarita that maybe you want to add someone from design or something of that nature, feel free to just direct message me over Slack and I can definitely add someone to your team also.
Okay, so since I'm not seeing any questions, feel free to shoot them into the stage, chat. I'm gonna go over to dev post real quick. So can you see my dev post? What's on the screen? Yes. No? I'm wondering if you're seeing.
There it is. Oh.
Can you see my dev post now? No. There it goes. Okay. So I'm going to go back. So in dev post, you should have a user profile. I'm going to go in and you will have one person on your team start the submission. So you'll click on start the submission. You're going to click on add a new project. What's your project called? I don't know. I'm going to put team 330 because there's no team number 330. but you're going to put your team number. And then if you have a tentative title for your project, let's say holographic dress. Why not? You can always change what the project is called, but we do need you to put the team number on there so that we know what team you are, so that we can actually make sure we connect you to the proper judges. It's going to give you this super annoying CAPTCHA, which I am usually pretty terrible at these. All right, I got that one. Okay. So as you're going, you can save. So what you're going to do is you're going to, what's the short idea for the elevator pitch? What is it built with? Who was it created by? And then you can add team members. So you can add their emails, or you can copy the link and send it to your team. And that way you can go in and specifically invite them to your team. That way they'll show up on the right-hand side. So you're just going to write a little bit about the project here. Any images, you can add images on here as well. And then you can add a link to your Google Drive, to your GitHub, any of that stuff. And then you upload your video link here. So you'll use your YouTube, Vimeo, Facebook video, wherever your video's URL is. Just put it on here and then you save. So obviously, there's stuff that you might want to just put in a few things that can't be blank. So I would just make sure I enter things into the can't be blank ones and hit save. And that way you have something on there. So you'll see here, now it says team holographic dress. I can go back in to edit it. So the important thing is that you start a submission, you name a project, just add some little text items into the places where it's required for you to have text, but make sure to invite your team so that everyone is on there. And then just save it. That's all you need to do right now. So at this point, I'm going to remove my screen and see if any of you guys have any questions. And it's really important, like Kat said, you have to get your team form registered and ready so that we know who's competing. There's a lot of things that go on the back end where we have to figure out who are we judging, who's judging what, and if we don't know how many teams are, we don't know how many judges we need, we don't know who to assign to what team. So we really do need to get that information. Yeah, Kirthana, it's already shared. So if you go to the reception area, so let me just share my screen again. So if I go, I'm going to go here. It's in two places, actually. It's in quite a few places. Give me a second. I'm in the back end. All right. So you enter the event, you get to the reception. If you scroll down, once the reception opens up, it might, okay. So if you go to down, literally, let's see, right here, where it says FTH 2021 challenges, here's the criteria. So you can get through it through there. In devpost, you can get to it through there as well. So all that information is available to you. And it's actually in a few other places in devpost too. And it was posted on Slack at some point in time. So if you can't find it, just go to the reception. All the information for a lot of the things, including the mentor list and schedule. So if you're looking for a type of mentor, go to mentor list by topic area. You can find the actual mentors and their areas of specialization. We've got a ton of mentors in different industries here. So take advantage of them. Like I said earlier, we are eager to help you out and make sure you can come up with the best project possible. We want you guys to win. We want you guys to make the money and have the street cred and the geek points. All right, so I'm going to go back to the stage here and see if there's any other questions. So, Cherish, the Qualtrics form that you posted there is actually the registration to participate in the hackathon. The form for Teams is, let me see where that is. You posted, where did you post that, Kat, last?
It's on Slack. I can also send it.
You want to send it to me via the private chat?
Sure.
The mentor list, again, that's in reception. Like, I hope you guys have been going to reception and seeing all the information there. Reception, and then it's right here. I mean, I can copy it and put it here. That's the mentor list. And then the team form is this second one right there. So now that the devpost is saved, you guys can see it from the checkpoint. So let me check. Let me go to, nope, manage hackathons. It's going to take us a minute. I'm not sure where they show up, but we will be checking that out and just making sure that it's on there. Yeah, the back end isn't on. All right. Let me see. Does this show us? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. We just want to make sure that you have something set up. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna invite team by team to the sessions, to their session tables, so we can talk to you and verify that everything is looking good. So that's what Kat and I are gonna do next. Go in team by team and make sure that you've got your submission set up and that the team numbers are good, okay? All right, so at this point, I think we're going to end this broadcast. This will be up later today in the YouTube channel, so you can reference it. And go enjoy the rest of the workshops. There's quite a bit of fun ones. DI is doing a reframing a challenge. I think the Echo AR one is still going on. That seems to be a really cool one. They have that prize for Echo AR. The LaunchNet ones, there's another devpost walkthrough a little bit later in case you missed this. And some trivia. And by the way, the trivia was so much fun. So please join the trivia if you can. We give away 3 pieces of swag each trivia session, and it's just really competitive. So I enjoyed it. I played. I got 3rd place, but I didn't get a prize. I didn't want a prize. But yeah, even if you're a mentor, you can participate. Just, we just won't give you a prize if you're a mentor. Anyways, all right. So that's it for now. Happy hacking. Do reach out and see you shortly.
Bye.